Welcome back to another episode of the Muscle and Mindset Podcast. What's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope today's the greatest day of your whole entire existence. And today, I decided to jump on in front of the camera and wanted to share my thoughts on this video that I made earlier. And I decided to call this the mentality that you need in order to achieve your goals. I was watching a video earlier today where this guy, I believe that he was Indian or, somewhere out there, right? I don't want to say the wrong country. But he said, imagine that I'm going to point a gun at your head. I'm going to be pointing my gun right to your head. And you have to get done all the things that I'm telling you that you need to get done. If you don't get it done, I will pull the trigger. And you have 30 days to accomplish every single task. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I asked myself, right? I started breaking down my business. I started breaking down the things that I do. I started breaking down my life, everything that I've done that I haven't done. And I couldn't help but to think how much time I have wasted in my life because I made excuses of not having time, of it not being the right time, of it not being the perfect time, of it not being the right moment, of it being not whatever it was, right? But to put it into that perspective of if somebody was holding a gun to my head, that second, that moment, that minute would have simply become the perfect time. So how do I take this? When I'm talking about my goals, my achievements, all the things that I want to get done, in 2023. And the simple fact is that all of us, we chase perfection, but we need to understand that perfection doesn't exist. I'm very religious, and the only perfect thing in this universe is God. So why am I chasing for this something that really only exists in one form? Why don't I just simply go after being consistent and being as good as I can humanly be? Because that will allow me to be a better version of myself. It will allow me to become a better human. It will allow me to do so many things in my life that are simply holding me back, or things that I can do because I'm making excuses, right? So just imagine, just close your eyes for 1 second and think that somebody is pointing a gun right to your head, and this person is saying, you have 30 days to follow this damn diet. And if you even think about cheating on your diet, if you even think about saying that you don't have enough time to eat your food, you don't have enough time to cook your food, you don't have time to do anything, the trigger will get pulled. Just think of that for a second. Imagine that this person is telling you, if you don't get those steps every day, and by the end of the month, this 30 days, you're telling me that you are 1,000 steps behind, I will pull the trigger. Now you're gonna tell me, well, I'm not looking, you're trying to look for perfection. No, I'm simply referring to completing a task. If we're talking about perfection, I will have to say, make sure that you're eating 178 grams of protein every single day, making sure that you have 10,000 steps on the dot, making sure that you're only drinking 162.1 ounces of water. Make sure that you get no more than 9 hours of sleep and no less than 9 hours of sleep. Make sure that you do everything to the perfect T, and you do not allow anything to be out of order. And it has to be perfect. That's a lot different than me telling you to make sure that you get your food in. You just can't cheat on your diet. Well, get your food in. It doesn't matter if you eat it in in one sitting, or if you break it down in five meals. It doesn't matter if you decide to count your water in a cup or you have a full gallon of water that you drink every day. It doesn't matter if you get 9 hours of sleep, make sure that you get more than 7. Right? So we keep looking for this perfection that doesn't exist. And it's simply not allowing us to move forward in our life because we are scared of not being perfect. Let me tell you something. You're not perfect. You will never be perfect. So don't try to be perfect. Try to be consistent. Try to build goals that are attainable, and you have a simple task, which is to get better at what you're trying to do every day. Every day. I'm not telling you that you have to crush everything. Like, you don't have to be the best at everything you do, but try to be the best version of yourself who is trying to accomplish something. The mentality that you have to have, that you must have, I'm not even giving you a recommendation. I'm telling you that you have to have it. It's a must because you have no option. Is to understand the fact that you have that gun in your head every single day of your life, because the only thing that you have promised is today. You have no idea if you're going to wake up tomorrow. Today, I received a message on Instagram from a random account, no name, no nothing, no followers, no nothing. And the message says something like this: dude, how are you always so happy? I have never heard you talk negatively about people who actually tear you apart. They talk crap about you, and you're so nice with them. And he said after that, he said, to be honest, I'm jealous. How? Tell me how. Guys, and for me, it's very simple to answer this question. And it's the fact that I woke up today. For me, it's very simple to share that I don't allow negative people in my life. I don't allow negativity to come out of my mouth. I don't allow negative people around me because I protect my circle. And if I have a gun pointed right at my head, how are negative people going to help me move forward? How are they going to help me get my goals done? How are they going to help me to do the shit that I have to get done so somebody doesn't pull the trigger and I'm not here any longer? You have this gun pointing at your head every single night when you go to bed because you don't know if you're going to wake up. Nothing is promised. Absolutely nothing. So how are you okay not giving your everything, not giving your best? How? How are you okay going to bed every night knowing that you failed because you decided to not give your best? Because you set goals that were so unattainable that you made it that way. So in case you failed, in case you decided to say, you know what, I'm not doing this today, You feel good about yourself because they were really hard to accomplish. Well, let me shoot for 20,000 steps when I'm not even getting 9. Let me make sure that I'm imperfect with all my meals when I cannot even track my calories. Let me make sure that I'm drinking 2 gallons of water a day when I can even drink half. So you drink half, you don't achieve your goals. Like, well, I'm okay. It was really hard to get done, so that's fine. Come on. Don't forget about the gun. You are the architect of your life. And the longer you keep procrastinating and the longer you keep holding yourself to a lower standard, the more miserable your life is going to be. Going back to the point of this guy asking me how I'm so happy, it's just because I get to wake up. I get to eat my meals. I get to coach amazing people who I'm actually doing this training on the group too, so they can listen to this. I get to have an amazing wife. I get to walk my dogs. I get to talk to my parents that are here. Are you really asking me? Why are you doing the things that make you happy? I don't get it. You should be doing things that don't make you happy. In what head? In whose head does that fit? You're telling me that me eating my meals will make me happier. You're telling me that me drinking water will make me happier. You're telling me that me being consistent with the things that I said I will do will make me happier. You're telling me that eliminating negative people from my life will make me happier. Are you really asking me? Are you really, really asking me? How am I doing it? When I know for a fact, if I don't do it, I will get the complete opposite effect. What does that mean? I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to blame every fucking thing that happens to my life in the world because I don't have ownership of my own life because I decide to not have it. And you're really going to ask me, how are you doing this? How are you so happy? God dang. Somebody told me to say, yes, today somebody texted me, say, hot damn. Because there are people watching and they don't like me cursing. When I say things like that, they just come out of passion. I don't think cursing makes me a bad person or whatnot, but that's beyond the point. The point that I'm trying to get across is a simple fact that if you decide to be happy, you will be happy. I don't talk about this often, right? And I'm going to be pretty quick at it. I lost my sister. She's gone. She is dead. She deserved a lot more to live because she didn't even make it to 10 years old. That makes me sad. There are people who have lost their husbands, who have lost their kids, who have lost their parents, who have lost loved ones. And they're still pushing forward. Because as sad as it is, you have to keep trucking along. You have to keep moving forward. Because life doesn't stop because somebody dies. Your life doesn't stop because you're sad. You still have a lot to do. You still have a lot more to prove to yourself. You got to prove yourself right. So the mentality that you need to achieve your goals is simply the fact that you don't know if you're waking up tomorrow, and you have control over your thoughts, you have control over your happiness, and you have control over the simple fact, again, simple, that you become what you think about. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. A man or a woman become what they think about all day long. If you think in negative terms, you will obtain negative results. If you think in positive terms, you will obtain positive results. So keep the negativity out of your life. Allow the positivity into your life, and you will learn and you will see how exciting your life gets. I just wanted to share this with you guys because that's a conversation that I had with myself today. And I figure that if it helps me, it could help you too. That's all I have to say. If you enjoyed this episode of this podcast, please share with a friend that you believe might benefit from listening to this little talk. Right? I don't run any ads. I don't promote anything here. I don't even tell you to sign up for my coaching. I just share my thoughts. All right. I hope you have the greatest day of your whole entire existence. I hope that you understand that you are a beautiful, strong, and amazing person. And you have a lot of potential. And I believe in you. All right. Have a great day. Coach David signing out. Peace, love, protein, and I'm out.